dicks.
Of course.
Welcome. Hey.
Welcome.
What's up? 2 dicks?
It's just 2 guys that watch us.
What's up, you 2 dicks?
Yes, here we are talking about movies and dicks.
Hey,
Again.
it's us again.
Hey, it's us again.
Sorry.
It'll suck when they find out that that's all a bit and we were just talking about taxes. We just pay Bram to come here and say dicks right when the stream starts.
We only pay
That's
for
it.
Yeah, I think that is it.
Wait, I'm getting paid?
What is it?
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
It was Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Are you not allowed to tell me?
No, it's just, I mean, if you really want to watch the movie,
do.
like I said, it's
No, I just want to know what it
I
is.
do want to watch it.
No, you don't.
Mysterious Skin.
People want
Mysterious Skin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna Google that and keep it in
I've
the...
seen
No, it's supposed to be about aliens.
It is not.
It is not about aliens.
Well, that's what we thought it was about.
Wait, I might
When it came out and we saw the description, we went off of the description at the time. It was
I might
like,
have
what,
seen that.
Should've watched the
2004
trailer.
or something?
I mean, I didn't see it new, but I might have watched. I watched a lot of weird random movies, so I might have watched that.
I feel like it probably would have stuck with you. It was disturbing.
Oh, Michelle Trachtenberg's in it!
Yes, she is.
That's
Sweet,
probably
dude.
why we ended up.
I think it was like, I'm sure that was, she was
a
one of
deciding
the...
factor.
Hey
Yeah.
Joe, you wanna watch a movie?
Michelle Trachtenberg's name, yes.
But yeah, it's like, oh, alien, this is gonna be cool. But yeah, not disturbing in a cool, like, Donnie Darko sort of, like, disturbing, weird way. Just, no, it's just
Welcome to
oh.
Mysterious Skin
If you
Podcast,
like
where
to
we
be
shit
really
talk this movie.
uncomfortable... No, we're not shit talking the movie. The movie was the
Guess we
movie.
gotta
what it
watch
was,
it. I'm gonna look at. Well, you guys keep the crowd entertained. I'm looking real quick before I recap.
Real quick funny story. I've watched Donnie Darko 4 times and never finished it. I fall asleep every time. I can't finish that movie.
I've never seen
I've only
it.
watched it once.
That
I
guy's
watched
second
it. It's
movie,
just
because it's
Southland
in a
Tales,
cult-
is way better.
Just because, you know,
Yeah,
it's a
I watched
classic.
it. Yeah, I watched it a couple of times. Like when I haven't watched it in years,
Yeah.
but when it came out, it was a big deal. So
I wasn't bored.
No.
I just can't finish that.
That dude,
It's like me and
the movie Southland Tales has like Sean William Scott and The Rock and like 1,000 huge names in it, and it's just an absurd movie. Like,
I feel like you guys should have been prepared a little bit.
we didn't know.
It says together they discover a horrible, liberating truth.
they discovered a horrible
Don't
liberating
spoil
truth
it.
in
I
that
won't
one
be
movie.
shocked to
Yeah,
say
that they were abducted by aliens is what we were, thinking.
Then they discovered a horrible, liberating truth.
Yeah, but we did not
They
know
all
anything
like
else
aliens.
about it, you guys.
I'm gonna have to watch it, dude.
I was gonna say, we didn't have-
I fully like Donnie Darko. I just hate those people that are like,
You just didn't get it.
yeah, you probably just don't understand it. Like, I could try to explain
should
it to you
watch
if you
it
want.
again.
It's like, oh, fuck off.
Joe Lewis?
fairly-
It's not that
It's
complicated.
fairly above your level.
Yeah, I got it. Did you get it?
But hey, you watch Southland
You got it.
Tales,
Shut up.
you won't get it because there's nothing to get. The movie has like makes no sense because it's like dumb, but I love it.
South
It was like they just got together because they wanted to like hang out and make a movie.
No, it seems like
like
that.
Adam
Justin
Sandler's,
Timberlake
like,
lip syncs
thing.
the killers in it.
Any of his movies?
Any of his modern movies.
Except
for
his
sure.
new one is like the greatest movie that's ever been
With
made.
Adam Sandler?
Apparently, yes.
The one where he's like,
No, it's like just came out in like festivals and stuff, and it's like everybody's like, "Holy shit, Adam Sandler!"
The Cobbler too?
One where he's like a
He,
gamble.
he made a
Is
good
he like a
movie.
gambler or
I
something?
think so.
where he
Yeah.
hangs out with Kevin
Saw
Garnett.
it advertised.
I don't know.
Okay.
You say Kevin Garnett?
Is it Here Comes the Boom 2, starring
Isn't it?
Him and
who he
Shaq.
hangs out from the Celtics?
Yeah, that's the best.
The last new Adam Sandler thing I seen was That's My Boy, and that was so bad because it was a really predictable, basic Adam Sandler movie, but his stupid voice that he used the whole movie was just too annoying to watch it.
I
And
watched that Murder Mystery on
unfortunately
Netflix.
seen it
That
like
was pretty good,
17
actually.
times. I didn't see that.
You
But
watched
that was
Jack
the
and
last
Jill?
one I seen. No, that was the last
Jack and
newer one I seen.
He won the
And I seen it like
Razzie for best male or worst male and worst female in that movie.
Well, this is like one of those movies that had just come out like when I was on deployment in 2014. So I think I seen it like 85
Well,
times.
what's his
'cause
name?
They played it
The
all
boy
the
is
time.
really funny. Who was that? Was Sandberg, Adam Sandberg. That's
Yeah.
my boy. The boy.
Yeah.
No, the movie was predictable and it wasn't
They're also
terrible.
only, like,
It was
5 years
just that
apart.
It wasn't the
stupid
worst
voice.
Adam Sandler
It was just
movie
the
that's ever been
stupid
made.
voice that he did. You know, it has Vanilla Ice in it. I mean, how do you not love it? It'd be,
You ever seen his
Sold.
movie?
I love Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice, Cool as Ice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's great. I love when he...
maybe Ninja Turtles too.
I love
The only Vanilla Ice
Ninja.
media that matters is Home Improvement show.
I like the way the Vanilla Ice rides a crotch rocket over a horse fence, even though there was no jump at all. And
Better
then
than there's no horses.
he burns out and cuts a horse off, and I think that's really funny.
Batman Forever is the
shit
best
horse.
Batman movie live action. Let's start.
I agree.
Should've gone Batman and Robin. That would have outraged a lot more people. It's like, I can get behind Batman Forever.
Yeah, but I don't. Everybody refutes it. They're like, yeah, Christopher Nolan. I'm like,
Fuck Christopher Nolan, dude. You can't make a good movie to save his life. Moving on.
Batman Forever's the one.
Oh, Batman vs Superman, dude.
I will fight you on that.
Extended cut though.
So much better.
Just cool
Still
stuff
better than
happened in the
Christian Bale.
extended cut.
Plot.
Oh, good.
Christian Bale's literally my least favorite Batman.
And hey, his acting's of Christian
Just
Bale.
hold tight on that one.
I am.
That might change soon.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited for Robert Pattinson.
I mean, he might be good.
He's got a good
He
job.
might
Exactly.
be good.
Dude, he fucks a mermaid in this
That's
new
what I
movie.
look at first.
He's got a
What?
strong
He fucks a mermaid in this new movie. Dude, Robert Pattinson's new film, he's fucking mermaids.
The sailor one.
Yeah.
The lighthouse.
He was in that weird water movie.
No, there was mid-second movie.
No,
he fucked
and that's
fish
the
people.
sex
A girl
fish
having
movie.
sex with. Now, there's a guy having sex with
Yeah.
a mermaid,
Oh.
mermaid versus
Good.
a girl having sex with a
We
fish
needed
man.
more.
Sexy fish man.
We needed
Merman.
more fish sex movies.
Yeah.
Where's he put it?
We do.
Her fish hole, her...
You know, the old fishing hole.
What?
Oh.
I don't. You dangle it out in the fishing hole.
We need to get into the game. I think.
Can you recap one
All
before
right, all that has nothing to do with Sabrows, but if it did, it'd be even better.
So, whoever's still with us.
Dark.
So dark.
Dark's just like,
Whoa.
Dark at this point's just like, that's on brand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's not fazed by anything like that. He's like,
He's
yeah.
stuck with us through everything. It's fine.
All right, we started last week with you beginning your first day of investigation training, I think. So you arrived, you realized your instructor was actually one of the Imperial family members.
you already broke her.
We're all still a little rattled about that fish hole thing.
Official.
I was trying to think of what the actual organ's called on like lizards, but I couldn't, and it just fishbowl just came out.
Did you say on lizards?
Yeah, because it's a funny word.
Why wouldn't you know that?
Fish are not reptiles!
No, but the lizard one's funny.
What?
It's just a funny word. I thought it'd be funny to say, but I couldn't think of it, so I just went with fishbowl.
That was fine. Visual was funny enough.
Official was probably better than whatever the real term was. Because then we wouldn't have known what you're talking about. Oh. Yeah.
I'm so tired.
It's great. It's great.
Anyway.
So anyways, investigation training, where you learn how to investigate.
It actually helped us, I think.
Did it? I told you guys a wacky story and tried to make you come up with the answer, and you kind of did.
Chickens.
We rolled that we did, but we couldn't come up with it ourselves.
You're right.
Because we're not fucking farmers.
All right. Don't trip over the chicken. So yeah, after that, you guys kind of went about and started following some leads that you had heard about. So you went to the cave, and you also went to the Henry separately. At the Henry, you he and Pep pushed Bram off a cliff. Found a grappling hook where it looked like people
Don't
had been
get him
climbing
started.
up. You guys found a note. Well, was that the first night? I don't know if that was last session or the first session, but there was a note hidden in
That
there.
was last
That was
session.
That was last session? Alright, which you were eventually able to decipher. Hinting at that the Ruby champion would be the next one killed.
If I remember right, it only referred to the color, but then actually
It just said, well, yes, it said now that the green is dead, the
red is next.
The red is next,
Yeah.
which was not very covert. But
Yeah.
Derek spent a lot of time talking to the chickens. Margaret the chicken gave him some good information.
couldn't break the case though.
At the cave, you guys discovered a movable boulder. Well, the commies told you that boulder would move, I believe. The commies, yes. Once you moved that boulder, you found inside the cave, you found some more papers linked to the Emerald Champion because you matched the handwriting. The papers basically denounced the current emperor and his two sons as not being fit to rule. They were addressed to the Emerald Champion, suggesting that he had some sort of blasphemous beliefs on the down low, I guess. When you follow the cave all the way out, it just came out way over there in the woods behind the castle. Also at the Henry, the OG, the peasant there, led you guys down into the granary and storage room, where you found a feed bag stained with a green liquid. When you went down, and when you moved a barrel out of the way, you found a hidden room below that had all the ingredients on it for creating a poison, which we were able to research and identify. It was a undetectable, very potent poison, which you deduced that somehow got spilled into the chicken feed, and that's why several of the chickens have died. After that, for your next day you guys went to dinner that night. I don't think anything special happened at dinner that night other than just some more evidence gathering. You talked to Kaji a lot, and he was revealing his paranoid self.
Is that when Derek went to is that when he broke into the room?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Derek left the dinner, broke into...
That's where I deciphered the...
Yes. Yeah. Broke in there, deciphered that, figured that out. The next day was weapons training at the dojo. You went through weapons training with the Scorpion, who is the master in poisons. After that, you got a note that you had some homework before the next day of training. So you guys, some of you went to the library. Melissa and Graham, I think, and one other maybe.
Dur went.
Dur
right?
went to the library?
Yes.
Yes. You guys went to the library. Well, this is actually the first time you went to the library.
Graham was a very good student.
Um,
Oh no, that was the first time. It was just me and you.
The first time you went to the library, you two fought a ghost summoned by our viewers.
We took
Brought
a
to
shot at
you
it.
by viewers like you.
The second time you went to the library, you ran into
I studied.
Scorpion, who was fairly annoying.
And now we have to copy your work because I
Scorpion.
forgot we had homework until just now.
I offered. I'll read it and explain.
The Scorpion, who was kind of loud and annoying, and Melissa didn't appreciate him too much. Dur noticed that they had removed a section of the carpet that you burnt.
Yep. Good, they got right on that.
Yep. And so while they were at the library, the other of you went somewhere, and I don't remember where. Where did you guys go while they were initially at the library? Was that?
That was the Henry.
That was
Yeah,
the
that was
Henry,
the
right?
That's when I was talking.
That's when you were at the Henry talking
Yeah.
to Chicken? Yep,
Yeah,
okay. That
and I
makes...
tried to get Margaret to identify the person, but you wouldn't let me do it.
Chicken douse.
I should have watched the last episode just so I remembered what all we did. Either way, now we were at dinner. We were picking up this episode at dinner.
Well, they found the secret hidey hole and stuff because you said we were out of order. We were ahead of where we needed to be, but you were back.
You are
up.
slightly, yeah.
Weren't we splitting it into groups?
And
Yeah, we're
yes,
splitting it
we
into groups.
ended the session at dinner. More chickens had died. He thought that was an omen to someone else was about to die. Or OG, when he found you, you guys had decided that you were going to go warn the Ruby Champion, and Derek was going to go look for the Scorpion. Now, the Scorpion, once Derek ran into him in the library, he passed the check enough to realize that Scorpion is actually not a Scorpion. He's wearing a very well put together disguise, but he had the skullduggery roll high enough to realize that it was not quite right, and he was not actually a member of the Scorpion clan. So that's why at dinner that night, you decided you guys were gonna, you and I think you three were gonna go warn the Ruby Champion, and you two were gonna go search out the Scorpion.
We're gonna trail
the
him.
Trail of Scorpion guy, and that's where we left. Oh, I don't
Who
know.
was coming with me?
It should be all,
Me.
yeah.
Me.
It's
Coach.
just
Oh,
Dirk.
okay.
I figure the
Dirk.
stealth mission should have the least amount of
Stealthy.
people.
Hey man, I can get
Well,
something
I
if I
mean-
need to.
Uh,
What's the stealth stance?
Fire. No.
Uh,
no.
Water or earth, right?
Void would be, I mean, it's
I would assume.
graceful, cunning, and precise as air, steady, thorough, grounded as earth.
Air's,
They both,
air's most of the stealth
they
stuff.
both kind of could be.
Well, I got 3 in earth, so I can get a little. I can get stealthy. I can get earthly. One with the planet.
All right.
As crabs are known to do.
So part of the reason you decided you were going to go warn her is that at dinner that night, she was not joining the crowd. So everyone's a little raucous, and the boss is not here. So the dinner's a little bit more wild because you had heard she is going to be
The
dining.
Samurai Wild Party.
Yes, she is going to be dining alone because she's got work to do, essentially. So
Crazy.
She's just in her
for
room
purposes
getting
of
shit-faced
making the
alone.
adventure make sense, she's dining alone and she is in her estate, not over here where she had been sleeping. Is there anything else that I forgot that
If you remember, you get an experience.
They found the poison and
Not
identified
always.
the poison,
Yep.
and we talked about that.
we did go over that? Yep, I know that you guys figured out. We actually only advanced like 2 or 3 pages of written material. That's why I'm like trying to remember what we did and what we didn't do, because we didn't actually move a lot. We did a lot of role playing and not a lot of linear going through the book.
That's how good
Sorry.
we are.
No, that's good. That makes it harder for me to remember.
Blame the
It's a
chickens.
whole week ago.
Fucking Margaret.
Not only is it a whole
Big
week
ass
ago, I've
mouth.
spent the week
Big
reading
March.
a whole bunch of rules to a bunch of different RPGs and not reading this. I mean, I did get prepped for the rest of the adventure, but then
Pathfinder 2 actually
then I switched to
looks
read.
really
Yeah, I read
awesome.
most of Pathfinder 2. and
Some
a
good
lot
climbing
of-
skills.
Tons of climbing skills.
Nice.
I actually don't think I want to play 5e anymore. I think I want to play Pathfinder 2. I think it is just as good, if not better.
Did they make a section for the dragon sorcerer yet? Is that
I don't. We'd have to look at their lineages, but I don't think sorcerers are really like that anymore.
Oh, so they just never wrote it. Cool.
They realized they didn't write it, so instead of writing it, they just took it out.
The way you make characters is really neat and really easy. Move over.
Yeah, you just climb stuff real good. And then,
You don't have to roll stats.
then you wish you could get better skills.
You don't have to roll
As
stats.
your stuff
Everything,
rolls.
everything starts at 10.
Was
You
that
just-
Stallone
As you take
rock
options, it
climbing movie?
changes your stats around.
Cliffhanger.
Let's just recreate
You
those.
know
Like,
the movie where he
It's
hangs
like you
on
pick an
cliffs? What's it
ancestry, it
called?
gives you a couple boosts of +2. You know, you pick a class, it gives you a boost.
Oh, that's how the
and then you
quick
get like
test was.
4 generic ones after that, and then you either have a flaw of a -2 or a boost of +2, and there's rules in there to
And then
roll.
you
but
climb.
it's-
Dude, what are we doing? Let's play that right now.
well,
Screw this.
we don't own it, but. I will get it eventually, though. And I do have a campaign already written for 5e that I'm converting to Pathfinder, just to have in background. You know, but Derek probably kicked me out of the seat here pretty soon and take over because he's got stuff he wants to run too.
We gotta finish this campaign one of these days.
Well, I think we're gonna do.
Derek's gonna pass on his notebooks to like one worthy person, and they have to get a group to like play, and like the campaign's just never gonna end.
There's no campaign. It's just a giant space needle coming down towards them.
We got Shadowrun or White Wolf next,
What about Kids on Bikes?
or Kids on
Or the
Bikes.
zombie one, Operation Outbreak or something.
I'm working on the zombie one too. That's it's called Outbreak Undead.
Yeah, Operation Outbreak sounds cool too.
All right. Anyways,
Anyways,
That just sounds like you're all
You guys-
responsible
you guys
for
are
making
doing-
the outbreak happen.
focus.
yeah, you guys are doing your whatever. You
All
guys
right,
are
so we are going to do this jumping back and forth quite a bit. So I'm going to bounce between the two of you guys. So do not take out of game information as to that you guys are on the same timeline.
doing. Gotcha.
Okay, so what's happening in one story might have already passed or not happened yet in the other story. So that doesn't mean just because I tell the other group something, you can't run over and try to intervene. Because it might have already happened, or it might be over, or it might not have happened yet.
Kita Pep Pep's gonna warn me and I'm gonna intervene.
I mean, that's possible.
I'm gonna kill you.
Don't kill Kita Pep Pep, not until I avenge.
I mean, you've learned that you can kill a ghost,
I'm
so
gonna double kill Vita Pep.
I mean, it doesn't say anywhere that you can get rid of your disadvantage by killing your ghost.
I need the disadvantage because I gotta kill the Oni!
The disadvantage is great because
I'll kill that too.
No, you don't touch my Oni.
I'm using your disadvantage to
Can't wait till
help
we find
you.
that Oni and Bram has to call it out in single combat.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
just kind of smacks him.
Can I do the taint monsters, the taint beasts, like getting challenged to a duel?
I don't think that they have the honor to accept your challenge.
So if I walked up to the
Duel
Oni
by
and handed him a
rules.
katana and said, "Duel me, bitch," he wouldn't.
He would just punch you in the face.
Yeah, I don't think he would, adhere
Ooh.
to the rules of the duel. He might
I'm just
take
gonna
the
make-
katana
I'm just
and
gonna-
slice you in half, but I don't think he's going to adhere
I'm
to
just gonna
the
disgrace him
rules
enough
of
so
the
he
duel.
kills himself.
It would be on your honor to fight him alone.
We're going
He
to
would
start
fight
with
you
Derek and
wild.
Dirt. Where are you guys looking at first?
Dude.
You gotta find a
Well,
wound, you're the
wasn't
only
he
one.
in the... Wasn't he at the dinner?
His name's Ball.
He
Because if he was at the dinner, if he would have left, I would have left with him.
was at the dinner and then he kind of slipped out. Yes.
So yeah, I would have been trying to keep my eye on him. And when he
Well,
left,
it actually wouldn't be hard to know where he's at because he's also staying in the same place you guys are.
Okay.
So
He
this
never
is
stops
the
yelling.
visiting magistrate's quarters is for everybody. So he would actually be staying in the same place you guys are, and it looks like that's where he's making his way back to, is the quarters where you guys also stay. But you're fairly easily with your skullduggery rolls, you can tail him without being too close to him. You don't even need to roll for that. You got a fake scorpion and a real scorpion with good stealth skills. I'm gonna say you can follow him.
And I'm following you.
He
Less
follows so
stealthy.
good you lose him.
So, are you trying to stay in view of him the whole time? So I mean, you want to stay behind so you can see where he is at all times, basically. Or
For
are
the
you
most
just-
part, yeah.
Or you just kind of letting him go and then figuring out where he went.
no, I'm trying to trail him to see exactly where he goes.
Well, you trail him back to the quarters, so you're going to come from the dining hall over this way, back to this quarters, and then he will basically spend a few minutes in his room, and then he pops back out again, and he's heading over towards the dignitary quarters right now. The dignitary quarters is obviously reserved for the most special of guests, and I don't remember, I did mention it casually, but I don't remember if we officially talked about it, but you do know that the daughter of the late Emerald Champion is visiting tomorrow. And if you remember what the Scorpion was saying at the library, he was trying to throw shade on her as
She wasn't a very good daughter.
one of the guilty
Yeah.
parties.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
that's
what's
something I did
What's her
recap.
name?
Whore or something?
Or something. Yikes.
Hentai whore?
I
Oh no. I don't
Um,
think he's part of that.
Hotaru. Yes, Hotaru. Taru. Doji Hotaru. Yes, Hotaru. Yeah, Motaro. Like the,
Damn Taro.
I was going with Mortal Kombat, not whatever you were doing.
So who's Hotaru?
Now, Hotaru.
I have Hotaru, there's a daughter, and
Yes.
then I have Hotaru.
Other daughter, maybe?
It had 2 dots.
He had 2 daughters, but I never named.
Crane Champion I have written down.
There's A and B.
Right, I don't have anybody written down for B because we didn't have a name. For the
I'm
daughters.
not-
Daughter B, we never got a name for.
I have somebody written down Crane Champion, then I have Hotaru next to it, but Hotaru is her name. I'm wondering if I wrote it down wrong. My notes are not here. I did not take good notes.
Cream Champion
kidding.
could refer
I
to
didn't know.
should we?
I thought they would make sense to me. They do not.
My notes are great.
That's
They're just
fine.
randomly put in places on
I have the adventure and I still don't know.
Okay.
So,
to continue following or search his corners?
Penny red.
What if we continue following following, and then search his quarters later.
Split
Continue firing.
Split the party into 3 ways.
Snowy party.
Okay, yeah, we follow him into, well, we go up to the door. Did he enter into the ambassador place?
The dignitary quarters, yes, it is empty right now, but he did enter into there. So if you go in, he's going to see that you were there. You're there as well.
Did he close the door behind him? I imagine.
The doors, yeah, but the doors that they describe for most of this castle are like the paper thin doors. So there's only a few doors that actually lock. Most of them are like the paper type doors like that. So
Is anyone supposed to be in this building?
only if there's a dignitary staying here. Otherwise, just the peasants who keep it clean.
Well, I want to go up to the door.
Which they wouldn't be there right now at night, anyways. So
I want to go up to the door, give a little listen, and just slide it open a little bit, kind of peek in.
Okay. Go ahead and make a skullduggery just in case you fail horribly.
Is there a
Do
back
you have
door?
a skullduggery? There's no real way for you to assist me in doing this.
You
anyways.
still can, yeah, you can assist with a black die, but I mean,
I'll give you a black die.
but you're not gonna be able to help him see.
He's helping you require.
Also look through your own eyes.
I mean, I guess you could like get on the other side of the door. Just close, kind of.
He could go underneath and look here, and you're up here. Yeah.
Can you get?
He's
like I
squirting
said,
oil
I
on
don't
it.
really see, but can I get an assist dice from him or no? I don't really see how it's applicable.
Probably
but
not.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
fine.
I'm gonna show this on the camera. I don't know if you can see it.
Did you say there was a back door at all?
On my camera, you can see here is the visiting.
Hold on, let me see.
Can you see that?
Yep.
All right, so here is the visiting magistrate's
No,
quarters.
go up a little bit more.
All right.
There you go. Yep.
So visiting magistrate's quarters, where they are staying, they are over here. Dignitary's quarters. The other group, who we'll get to in a minute, is over here at the Rudy Champion estate.
Let's just kill the Ruby Champion ourselves.
3 successes.
So
I'll throw him, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I slowly open it and I'm peeking in.
Okay, you see him with a basically a bag, and there's a nice bed in there, presumably for whoever's going to be staying here. And he is pulling out a vial and like a letter, and like trying to stuff stuff like underneath the mattress and like in the nightstand.
Okay.
So he's putting a letter like underneath the mattress, and he's got somebody stuffing back in the drawer of the nightstand. Looks like a little vial of, like one of those.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay.
What do you see?
All right, now we'll go to you guys.
Whose room was that? I'm sorry. I was just...
That's at the dignitary quarters,
Okay. So
which
where?
is currently empty.
Okay.
We're on the complete opposite side of the compound.
For yeah.
you,
No,
guys,
I just.
you guys are over here.
Okay.
So most people are in the dining hall right now, but it's not. Not everybody. Everybody's not required to go there and stay for the entire dinner service.
You just gotta show up and have people know that you were there.
Otherwise,
They're
not
not-
talk.
Yeah.
But you guys are, as you near the Ruby Champion's estate, you still see a few samurai walking around the grounds, but you do see someone that is not quite right. And this is where I will let you make a smithing roll. Or
I have smithing.
water smithing or culture earth.
I'll do water smithing. I need
Water smithing. Look what I've created out of this water. No, it's gone.
these.
Oh yeah. I don't have
then-
any of those, but I'll try.
Yeah,
We're
nice
smithing,
sculptures.
and then here.
It's about pouring water into a fancy ice tray.
Oh hey, what's our target number?
Oh yeah, you didn't tell me, so I get a thing.
Go ahead, take a void point. I like not telling you. You guys don't have any anyways, so.
Killing it.
Jesus.
So I have 5 successes,
What is your ring at? You can't keep that many dice.
Yeah.
but I
You got
exploded
Exploding? You got
3
that?
times.
Jesus.
All right,
How much
hey,
strength did you take?
1.
Well, then I'm
Five?
gonna just go ahead and not keep any of these then.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm taking them.
Hey, I got 1 success, but I also spot an interesting physical detail
he's
present
That's
in your
got it. Why
environment,
would I?
not directly
I've
related
got
to your
4
check.
already.
I
I
can't.
don't want to do
It constantly says it's not
right.
related
If
to
he's
your
got
check.
5
Well, but it
successes,
also
it's
says
like 3.
From choosing those.
Why can't it be related to what
It
you're
also
looking
says at the GM's discretion, so I mean you can make it related to what I want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All of these just say not related to what you're doing.
But I roll in fire a lot, so
Yeah. Okay. You need the
yeah.
room.
So I like that. All of my real checks I do in fire.
What is the earth stance that takes away strife?
No, water. Water, 1 opportunity in water removes 2 strike from
I'm always
yourself.
in water. I should be doing that more often.
All right, so Bram, this person is
That's Bram
dressed
behind you.
as a crab once again, but you
You're
clearly
dressed wrong.
You clearly see right away the color is slightly wrong. The cut of the way that the kimono sits, the wrapping on the sword, none of it is quite right. A lot of people disguise in this adventure. What did you roll?
I did a water smithing.
You did a smithing as well, and you
Yeah.
did you do a culture?
I
Yes, I
did.
Just let them do it.
I did earth because I don't have smithing or culture, so I just rolled an earth stance, and I did not keep any of my successes because
Okay.
I didn't want the stripe, and I knew that they seemed to notice something that I didn't.
What's the like? How do people feel about people disguised as clans they're not?
Well, that's obviously a huge slight against your clan. It's
So,
super dishonorable.
How many successes did
1.
you have? 1?
1.
Okay.
Oh, we
So
also
you-
did
bunch of opportunity.
just something that maybe could be coming into play right now, but obviously outside of the thing. But both Melissa and I know about that organization of like anti-government. What are they? Yeah, the
Illuminati.
Collat, yeah.
I think we all know at this
Oh,
point.
do we?
Did we
Okay.
talk about it? Yeah.
You and I talked about it. I didn't know.
I found it in the book.
Yeah, because we were.
Okay.
For my. So I just got 5 strife, but I got 1 opportunity. I was in water. I can't take away one of those strife
Not if
because
you
I don't
want to
have
keep
it
the
yet,
success.
right?
Well, no, that's for like in fire stance where you want to keep the bonus successes. If you
Yeah.
can remove the strife, but if you're in fire stance, you don't get the bonus success.
All right, so Bram, you noticed just that dressed as crab, not a crab. The other details you noticed because you rolled high enough. You also can tell this figure has a fabric mask on underneath, which doesn't fit, and
It doesn't fit like the mask is like not the right size. It doesn't fit like it doesn't match the rest.
fit like crabs don't wear masks. And you also, well, yeah, I would. Can you? I don't know.
I know who the culprit is now.
Hold on a second. Nah, well, that's what I was going off of.
Because the mask doesn't fit, it's a little too big, so you can like see like in you like recognize some facial features.
It's too loose. He bent over. It's all.
I don't know if you had enough.
You saw face
I
I
don't
cleavage.
almost
think-
saw my face.
I don't think you have enough successes
Just
to
gathering
identify
faces.
someone's face in the dark from here. Yes, sounds like a whole different campaign. I collect faces.
Aria.
I've seen it. I'm the less cool version. I just like looking at different faces. That's my thing.
I don't get to wear them and like become them or anything.
I'm just a weird
like
kid in
people
school who
watch.
looks at people too close. I'm like, I'm collecting your face. Thanks.
All right, so now it is important. Did they specifically tell you anything about this group?
I would have just heard
Well, that's
them.
from you two. I mean,
Talk-
did you share everything with the whole group?
Yeah, I would have.
Okay.
When we talked about stuff, I
I
would have
had
told
only
everything
talked to her
I know.
about it, so if he was near, then that's the only way
And
I would have.
You guys never researched, never found out any like symbols or any like guaranteed
I found a
things.
whole book on it, but yeah, we didn't see
I don't know of any like. I don't think they would wear anything identifying themselves
Yeah,
that
because that's
seems-
kind of
That would defeat the purpose
So,
of sleep.
but you do
They got, like,
see you do see that this person is wearing another layer of clothes underneath, and it looks just like dark clothing. And actually, at this point, they will start to remove their outer kimono.
They don't see us?
Not yet.
Where are we?
you guys are well.
Outside the
Like in a hallway, or we like?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we were just walking.
Well, yeah, you guys are in a hallway.
Like they're not even pulling a Superman and like finding a phone booth or something. They're just like doing it in the hallway.
once you get over here close to the Ruby Dojo, and this is where she is at, taking her meal and sleeping.
Uh-huh.
So he is kind of sneaking around, thinking no one sees him. So he is going to pull off his crab kimono and kind of discard it, and then begin to sneak. But you roll high enough that I gave you that benefit of the doubt. But yeah, you guys are like kind of, there's like a hallway, open air hallway, and so he's making his way towards the Ruby Champion's estate right now.
All right.
I will alert them as soon as I can, where I won't.
But in the adventure right now, he hasn't noticed you yet.
Cool.
That's what I'm just going off what it says here. I could be a dick and let him notice you, but
I want to pick up his discarded crab clothes.
so obviously you're telling her, like,
Yeah, as
telling
soon
him.
as-
I mean, you see the person.
As soon as
you
he's
just
not
don't
like
see all
in
the details
earshot.
that he sees.
Do we see him take off his clothes?
I would say only he sees that as he like steps into the shadows.
I'm
He's got
looking
the
like
better
that
roll.
looks like fake crab stuff. And he's like, "Did you know he just took his shirt off?" Like, he did?
Well, he's got basically.
Let me
he's
now
got-
look.
he's
Wow,
got-
he did.
It'd be like, you know, taking off the outer layer. He's still wearing clothes. He's just taking off the branded one to disguise.
Did you say he's imitation crab?
Dude, check your fish hole, man.
So I was about to say, here we go. Back to the fish hole.
It always comes back to the fish hole.
Alright, so yeah, you guys see him like approaching and like starting to climb up a covert way to get into the estate.
And that's frowned upon. Correct? Sneaking in from like a window?
Sneaking into a window dressed in all black at night.
It worries me how hard Bram is like
I mean-
clasping at honor.
Technically, it might not be bad. Maybe he's, you know, her
The window
lover.
cleaner.
Her
Oh,
lover, and he's trying to disguise himself. That'd probably still be dishonorable.
Yeah, I'll just be like,
I will.
Like,
I'll spring to.
I'm going.
Fight him.
Okay.
So who's gonna?
I
what do you
will
guys
follow him.
Can I take his discarded crab clothes?
do? Eventually, not
Wait until
yet.
he's out of sight.
Not yet, but all right. So you guys are circling around.
We're
or-
going the same way we were going. We'll continue like to her door to like knock. He's gonna follow this shady bitch and see what he's
I
doing.
want the crab clothes for when I'm inside.
All right.
That's fine.
Inside what?
The building.
Don't you have your own crab clothes?
Yeah, I don't want his crab clothes for myself. I want my crab clothes for him.
Well, why don't
Alright.
you just take them? That way he doesn't have the crab disguise.
This
He told me I
point,
can't take 'em right
I
now.
think we're gonna roll off
he
and
can't see
compare. I think we're gonna do a tactics check and compare vigilances and see who
Not to compare.
Who notices who first?
who notices who first.
Cool. I have none tactics.
What's your vigilance?
That just means,
One.
well, is it
Are
a
we doing an
bonus roll?
initiative roll or?
Well, it's basically we're both gonna make an initiative roll to see who acts
Gotcha,
first.
gotcha.
And but it's tactics roll plus initiative
Where's all them?
or plus vigilance.
Where's all them
well,
weights
you
at?
So you still renew your ring
Not
value,
you.
yeah.
Just him.
What's fall damage like in
Don't
this
you
game?
avoid
Tactics is
pointing
martial.
Bottom damage.
Fall
I use
damage.
one of those.
Actually, fall damage is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Oh
Yeah.
hell
it's-
yeah!
You
It's actually deadly.
you can die. I mean,
No, but that's probably not a very honorable way to take someone out.
can I have 4 black dice?
I'm also rolling.
I don't know, like the rooftop samurai
Are you
fight,
also
kicking
rolling
him
3
off the
white?
edge.
That
But
is,
I'm
but
using a
just,
void point.
just shoving
you
crab
also
clothes into a
have
guy's
4
face out a
vigilance
window isn't very
rolls?
honorable.
I have just. Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Uh-oh.
That's a exploder.
That's what they called me in high school.
Sorry, that was blank.
Master Exploder.
What stance are you?
Wada, so I can get rid of 2 of these boys.
And you can move
And I can
a
move.
second time.
So if it shit starts getting real, I'll just
Climb
Dip.
quick.
Bounce.
Oh,
later.
So I'm gonna keep 4 successes and 3 strikes.
Oh, damn it.
what?
Got rid of 2 strike, got 2 strife.
You only kept one op.
So what'd you roll?
No, I took 2. 1 for each strife. 'Cause it's one
That's 2 opportunities. What stance are you in?
Water.
And then you can use both opportunities to remove a total of 4 strife.
I thought it was only 1. Water, remove 1 strife or fatigue per opportunity spent this.
Oh wait, that's downtime 1.
Yeah, if you do general examples, water, remove 2 strife from yourself.
Aha! You're right.
All right, so this is going to count as obscuring terrain because it is dark and hard to see. There's a rule for that I'll look up in a minute. You can ignore the first strife result that you roll, not counting initiative, once we get into actual combat, from your training earlier today.
Nice. So I just take 1 less strife? Is that what
You just ignore the first strife you roll.
Cool.
So you guys will notice that this guy, well, I'm sure, I don't know if you could really get to the front door without still looking at this happening. So I'm trying to figure out.
Look, can I get to the front door and also grab his clothes? That's what matters.
What I'm trying to think is, are you guys going to see this right now that the assassin guy is going to act first?
What? He's acting
Is
first?
he acting
My
before we get
ass.
to the door, or are we already? Is us going to the door already happened?
It's like he's not just barely a samurai.
Seriously.
Like I feel like he's.
Dude, we're the samurai squad, dude. He might be an assassin, but
So you guys continued to try to like circle around.
Well, we were just gonna like continue with the path where we were
right,
going,
which is right here. It's hard to tell.
pretending like we don't see this guy, even though we totally do.
don't see you. Don't see you. Don't see you.
So he is basically like halfway up the wall right now.
And I would have like a random conversation with him about like our homework or something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude, you need me to teach you everything that I learned.
Yeah.
I really
That's what we would
appreciate
be
that
doing.
This is like spooky Metal Gear Solid music.
There's a guy with a
Okay.
gun on the computer right now too, so
You
Very fitting.
do see that it looks like the guy climbing the wall has noticed Cody's character, and you see him kind of go for a shuriken, and he throws it.
just drops it.